Hi, I'm Dave from ProscaleModels. Thank you for visiting my channel again. Just wanted to do a quick video to show the progress I've been making on a couple of builds and one massive mistake that I've made on a build, which I will show in here. Absolutely gutted about it. And also just to show you some of the finished pictures from the Sea Harrier that I was building from my last update, which was admittedly too long ago. Something I was going to ask everyone who sort of visits this channel is just to sort of let me know where you're from. I'm just very interested to see which sort of areas of the world or the country in UK people are from who are looking at my channel. I'd find that quite interesting. Myself, I'm up on the northeast coast of England in a town called Whitley Bay, which is about 6 miles east of Newcastle upon Tyne. For those living in the UK, the accent is a bit of a giveaway. So yeah, I've been living here about 5-6 years now. Lived further inland when I was younger, but my wife and kids moved out here about 5-6 years ago and absolutely love it. But yeah, let me know in the comments below which part of the world you're from, and lo and behold, I'll show you where we're up to with some of our models that I've been building. So this is just a little sort of progress update on the main builds that I'm working on at the moment. Two things I'm doing at the moment that I'm not showing on camera, just because I haven't got them here, they're in a different room. I've actually had 2 commission sort of builds I've been asked to do. One is for a competition winner from my local rugby club who was getting a 1/72 scale Spitfire, Airfix Spitfire. And the other commission build that I'm doing at the moment is for a gentleman who saw some of our builds online and has asked me to build him a 1/72 scale short sterling, which I nearly forgot the name of there, Airfix short sterling. Interestingly, he wants me to do it in this style where you paint it on the sprues and frame it. And due to the size of it, it was going to be a nightmare to try and find a frame big enough. So what I've done, we've bought two frames, and we're going to sort of split the aircraft down the middle and sort of arrange it like that. So those are sort of taking up the main part of my time. So the stuff that I'm building for myself. So this is the Tamiya 1/48 scale F15C, which you can now see I've had all the filling done. I've painted the aircraft and had my first attempt at trying to do sort of camo but freehand with the airbrush. So all of this along here, I haven't used any stencils, I've used the airbrush. For the tailpipes, I've used a couple of paints that I'm getting quite used to using because I really like them. First one is Ammo Mig Steel, which obviously is the silver part there, really good for airbrushing. And then I don't know if you can see, but there's just a little bit, I'll try and zoom in for you. There's a little bit there of just what the Mig Ammo color bluish titanium, which I've just added a little detail of there just to give a bit more detail to the jet pipes. And there's a little bit of Tamiya smoke being airbrushed on there as well. I'll zoom back out. So we've got those going on, and the aircraft itself is going together nicely. Bit more sort of detail underneath with the Tamiya smoke. It's all been painted, all been clear coated, and I've started the decal work. So decals, I'm using aftermarket ones from a company called Two Bobs. I think they're American, but I'm putting these on. You can see the first one there. And the reason I'm using aftermarket ones is because the ones in the box were actually destroyed. They've been, at some point, they've become stuck to the instructions. So I had to get some aftermarket ones because only about half the decals were usable. So got all the wheels masked up, ready to paint. The engine exhausts, they're all painted up and weathered. So got those ready to go on. Fuel tanks, front wheels, everything. So that will hopefully be finished in the next few days. All good plans and all that. We'll try and get it done in the next few days, but we'll see what happens. So that's the first one. Now the second one that I'm working on, obviously, if you've watched the last update I did, is the Airfix 1/72 scale Hawker Typhoon car door version. And this is where I'm up to now. So as you can see, it's actually getting a bit too big to get into one shot now. So it's a beast of a kit, this. It's absolutely massive. So I've got it to the point where I've got the fuselage on and the wings are all on now. A couple of errors that have going to be obvious to anybody who's built this kit, you can see here. So you've got three options when you build the kit. I'll try and turn it aside so you can see the engine. So you've got option one is everything closed, and option two is closed along the bottom, so you hide the radiator but the engine's on show, and the third option is everything exposed like this. And I was going for option two, so I had the parts of the airframe across there, and realized when I got to the part where I'm actually putting it all together and putting the attachments on, unfortunately I'm assuming I've gone wrong somewhere. I've gone back through the instructions, but it doesn't fit. And the instructions are very clear that certain parts on here on top of the engine you only add in if you are leaving the engine open. If you want to close the engine up, you don't need all these parts. It will actually stop you closing the aircraft. So something's happened. I've spent hours on it trying to rectify it. So in the end, unfortunately, what I've had to do is I've had to saw through the airframe there, and on that side, which I'm now going to have to tidy up, and you can see the remnants here. So that was fixed in there like that, but it just doesn't fit. I can't get the next part of the engine on, which is this bit, which went under there, and it just wouldn't fit. It was leaving 4 or 5 mil gaps, which would have been an absolute nightmare to fill. So I've decided to leave the engine completely exposed. That bit fell off when I was trying to fix it. So yeah, all this needs to be put back together. So on the channel, I will show stuff that goes right, and I'll also show stuff that goes wrong. I'm not ashamed to show everyone's human. And like I said, I've made an error somewhere, and I'm sure Airfix, if I asked them about it, would probably point out exactly what I've done wrong, but hey ho. So also got the gun base done, and for this these are not the stock kit parts. These are Edward Brassin aftermarket parts. So the guns, the actual cannons there, the magazines are from the kit, but the rounds aren't. They're all sort of resin, and for that I've just coloured brass and old brass, again ammo make, and then I've put a bit of highlighting on just to sort of show out the individual rounds. But the airframe itself, sorry, not in the camera, like I say, it's a little bit big, this. So because I was going to have all that covered, it's not painted, so I'm going to need to now repaint all of this and do a bit of weathering and stuff. The undercarriage all looks okay, that's all in place. The guns are the cannons are all on. Couple of little fit issues. You've got another one there, which you can see, which for the life of me I could not get the kit lined up. Other side's fine, that side's not so good. But the good part of this is a lot of these are actual panels that were removed by the crew at various times, so I might be able to work with that and make it look like the panel, bit of chipping, bit of sort of bit of paint chipping around those edges and make it look like an active panel that's been used a lot. So yeah, so that's the Airfix 1 to 24 scale Hawker Typhoon. And I'm hoping, well, like this is my main build of the year basically, and I'm just doing other projects as I go, but this is the main one. So yeah, once I've got these out of the way, I've got a few others that I'm looking to build. The next one I'm going to build is a Hawker, pardon me, it's not a Hawker, it's an A2C Hawkeye American airborne early warning carrier aircraft. So that's going to be my next build. It's an old Fujimi kit from the 80s or 90s, I believe. So yeah, that's where we are. So I'm really disappointed with this. It's not the model's fault, I don't think. It's me. It's not the model's fault, it's a piece of plastic, but you know what I mean. It's not the manufacturing that's the problem. I've gone wrong. So I'm gonna have to basically tidy all of these little bits here. I'm gonna have to get them flush, tidied up. Not entirely sure I'm going to do it. A couple bits have come loose with all the argy-bargy trying to get it all in line, but we'll get there. Nothing that can't be fixed. So yeah, there we are. That's the builds I've got at the moment. And this is the update on the 1/72 scale Airfix Sea Harrier, which I finished a couple of weeks ago, and I finished it just in time for the 40th anniversary of the end of the Falklands War. Quite a nice little kit to build. That was just a quick video today, just a little bit of an update of what I'm up to at the moment and what I'm planning next. If you have visited the channel again, if this is not the first time you've been here, thanks for coming back. If it's your first time and you've watched to the end, you've actually seen me saying this, thank you very much for visiting the channel. I do appreciate it, and if you would like to subscribe to the channel, feel free. More the merrier. I do enjoy doing the videos. It's I watch a lot of scale modeling videos as well, particularly on sort of Genesis models, Paul at ISM, two very talented model makers, to name but two. So yeah, thanks for visiting. Take care, and hopefully see you soon. Bye now.